Week 5 EU Digital Sovereignty and the AI Act. European Digital Sovereignty and AI Governance. Introduction. The rise of digital sovereignty. In the 21st century, digital technologies have become central to economic growth, national security, and political power. As data, artificial intelligence (AI), and digital platforms increasingly shape global influence, the concept of digital sovereignty has emerged as a strategic priority, particularly within the European Union (EU). Digital sovereignty refers to the capacity of a state or regional bloc to control its digital infrastructure, data, and technological development in accordance with its values and interests. For the EU, this concept is closely tied to the protection of fundamental rights, democratic governance, and technological independence from dominant global powers, such as the United States and China. Within this context, the EU has developed a comprehensive regulatory framework, including the AI Act and the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, to shape the global digital order. 2. The EU AI Act. 1. Overview and objectives. The EU AI Act represents the world's first comprehensive legal framework for regulating artificial intelligence. Its primary objective is to ensure that AI systems are safe, transparent, and aligned with fundamental rights. The Act adopts a risk-based approach, categorizing AI systems according to the level of risk they pose to individuals and society. 2. Risk categories. The AI Act classifies AI systems into 4 main categories. Unacceptable risk. AI systems that violate fundamental rights are prohibited. Example: social scoring systems, real-time. Biometric surveillance in public spaces with limited exceptions. High risk. AI systems used in critical sectors e.g., healthcare, law enforcement, education, are subject to strict requirements. These include transparency, accountability, and human oversight. Limited risk. Systems such as chatbots must meet transparency obligations, e.g., informing users that they are interacting with AI. Minimal risk. Most AI applications fall into this category and are subject to minimal regulation. 3. Key regulatory features. Transparency requirements, human oversight mechanisms, data quality and governance standards, accountability and compliance obligations. 4. Global significance. The EU AI Act is expected to have a Brussels effect, influencing global standards due to the size and regulatory power of the EU market. Companies worldwide may adopt EU standards to maintain access to the European market. 3. GDPR and data governance. 1. Overview of GDPR. The General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR), implemented in 2018, is one of the most comprehensive data protection laws globally. It establishes strict rules for the collection, processing, and storage of personal data. 2. Core principles. GDPR is built upon several key principles: lawfulness, fairness, and transparency. Purpose limitation, data minimization, accuracy, storage limitation, integrity, and confidentiality. 3. Individual rights. GDPR strengthens the rights of individuals, including the right to access personal data, the right to rectification and erasure, right to be forgotten, the right to data portability, the right to object to data processing. 4. Data governance and economic impact. GDPR has reshaped global data governance by increasing compliance costs for firms, encouraging the development of privacy-enhancing technologies, setting international benchmarks for data protection. However, critics argue that GDPR may hinder innovation, particularly for small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs). Strategic autonomy. 1. Concept and evolution. Strategic autonomy refers to the EU's ability to act independently in key areas, such as technology, defense, and economic policy. In the digital domain, this involves reducing reliance on foreign technologies and strengthening internal capabilities. 2. Key dimensions. Technological sovereignty. Investment in AI, semiconductors, and cloud infrastructure. Economic independence. Reducing dependence on non-EU digital platforms. Regulatory leadership. Shaping global norms through EU regulations. 3. Policy initiatives. The EU has launched several initiatives to support strategic autonomy. Digital Europe Program, European Chips Act, Gaia X, European Cloud Initiative. 4. Challenges. Dependence on U.S. and Chinese technologies. Fragmentation among EU member states. Balancing regulation with innovation. Despite these challenges, the EU continues to position itself as a normative power in global digital governance. The Policy Analysis Workshop on Analytical Framework. Students are encouraged to evaluate EU digital policies using the following framework. Effectiveness. Does the policy achieve its intended goals? Efficiency. Are the benefits worth the costs? Equity. Does the policy protect vulnerable groups? Feasibility. Can the policy be implemented effectively? 2. Case Analysis AI Act versus Innovation. Students should critically assess the trade-off between regulation and innovation. Does strict regulation hinder technological development, or does it create trust and long-term sustainability? 3. Comparative perspective. Compare the EU approach with the United States market-driven, innovation-focused, China state-driven, control-oriented. This comparison highlights different models of digital governance. 4. Discussion questions. Can the EU achieve true digital sovereignty? Is the AI Act a model for global governance? How should states balance privacy and innovation? V. Conclusion. Europe's role in global digital governance. The EU's approach to digital sovereignty reflects a broader effort to shape the future of global technology governance. Through the AI Act and GDPR, the EU has positioned itself as a leader in ethical and rights-based regulation. However, the success of this model depends on its ability to balance innovation, security, and fundamental rights. As digital technologies continue to evolve, the EU's regulatory framework will play a crucial role in defining the norms and standards of the global digital order. Ultimately, the EU's strategy represents an alternative vision of digital governance, one that prioritizes human dignity, democratic values, and the rule of law in the digital age.